Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you a new collab with Arrtx. They sent me two acrylic marker sets with 36 and 30 colors. These two sets complement each other and you only have one pen that has the same color, that is the blue 35. I love how Arrtx have such colorful boxes. They sure look very adorable, and also this disposition of the pens is really cute. The pens are slick and have only one brush nib, and they are acrylic markers like I already told you. It makes everything more interesting because you have much more control than a brush and using the acrylic paint that we usually do and find on stores. I did use last time acrylic markers, if you remember. I used with their alcohol markers, so they all work together. They are very good to use on top of colored pencils or alcohol markers because you can do effects with them. You can use the white one, that usually it's the one I prefer to use, but of course you can do with all the other colors if you prefer. I think it also depends a bit of what you are drawing and coloring, so it's just up to you to choose. And just for you to know, they all together what's great. I really like how the box is and how you have like two steps of markers. It's very nice when you have a small desk. And the colors look so nice together. I'm really in love with it. Let's try to use the marker now on paper to see how it works. As soon as I touched the paper, I saw the colors will be very opaque, like I was expecting, but there was a bit of shine in there, and I was really happy with that color. Reminded me a lot of coloring on digital, or at least the outcome at the end. Say hi to Yuki, it's my new kitty. She's just 4 months old and she's always checking what I'm doing. She's very curious. I think that's also normal for cats with this age. And let's continue the review. For this review I was a bit lost of what to draw, like always. So I even thought of drawing an elf first, but then I ended up changing to my original character Sophie. She has brown long hair. That would be great to see how it will work with all that major coloring that I'm going to do on all of the paper. First, I wanted to start coloring with the markers with no line art, but then I thought maybe it's not very good because I will not see much of it, so I just did like a very soft line art in the beginning. As you probably know, the acrylic markers, if you use them on top of lines, they will just, since the paint is so opaque, it will erase what you just did with the line art. So I did just to not be lost on the drawing, and I would color how I wanted, and then I will go back at the end and do my line art again with the strokes I usually do, more thick or thinner, depending on of which part of the drawing. Since I was not able to blend with acrylic markers, I had to opt with another way of coloring. So I used the markers like I'm using on digital, because it's also how it's going to end up. It does not seem a traditional piece to me at the end. Actually, it reminds me a lot of cells from anime frames. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but this was very common, maybe like 20 or 30 years ago. You would find on eBay cell frames to be sold, and that will be like exactly frames from the anime that you were watching. So they will do the background and they will do the character in front, and the coloring is just like this one. On her hair, as you can see, it's noticeable the strokes, but having a second pass on it, it gets much better. You will see after. But the good thing about having acrylic markers is that you can use the same pen or you can use another one and it will change drastically those strokes. It will pretty much disappear. So it's also a good option. Even if you get a mistake with the color, I don't say that it's going to be opaque 100% because it depends on the colors you're using, but in this case you see that it got pretty much nicer than in the beginning. Then, as you can see, the line art I did, it pretty much disappeared, especially on the hair because I used a brown line. I know exactly how it will work, and I have a little guide in there that I can actually see, but you see how it will look, how it looks much better with the line art doing after. You are much more free to do this after than before because you don't need to be so careful about the lines of the line art and they will erase. So this is also why I used and prefer to do these things this way. When I was doing this drawing and I couldn't see much of the line art, I was really thinking, this is so awful. I cannot do this review, but then I thought, no, you have to trust the process. Art is just like this. With every medium, if you are not happy with it, just think, trust the process, it will get much better in the end and you will enjoy it. And this was a pretty good example for it. I really want to use these markers with rocks from the beach. I think it would be a very nice effect on them. This reminds me also a lot of the activities of the children on birthdays that they like to paint. I never did that, and I really don't know if I did that when I was a kid. If I did, I don't remember. And I think it would be very, very nice to use with acrylic markers that we have a lot today. In the end, I used the white acrylic pen to do some effects, to do more highlights. So this is something that you can also add at the end of the drawing and not think about it before. I thought a bit of it before, but then I added a bit more than I had on this drawing. This set is really amazing. I know that I didn't use many colors, but from what I used, I really liked, and the colors are very beautiful. They are very intense too. You see that I used the blue on top of the yellow, and you can see that it did not turn in green, so they are opaque. They work pretty good. Just think that you cannot blend them. That's not possible to do. So just think a bit ahead of what you are going to do and how you want it to be in the end. If you wish to buy these markers, you can find the links in the description box, and just be artsy. You can do so many things with these pens, and I hope you have a lot of fun while you do it. If you buy the pens, please let me know if you enjoy them. And this was the result. I hope you enjoyed my video. I also thank Arrtx for this amazing collab once again, and I'm sorry for this video to come out so late. I had lots of work, so it was a bit difficult. I hope to see you all on my next video. Bye bye!